Sorry that I was a few minutes late, y'all. Let's see how bad off I was. About 10 minutes late. My bad. Uh, Nobody's on here, it looks like, from what it's showing me. I'm gonna get some tea. I know I quit drinking tea, but I really want a glass tonight. So I'm gonna get me some tea. And then hopefully somebody be on there. I'll be right back. What's up, bud? Whoever's on now, I had to get a glass of tea. I know I quit drinking tea, but I really needed a glass tonight. I really want. It's been a long day today. I guess the guy got back off. Sorry for being a little late for the live stream. What's up, bud? How you doing, Ace? You got a speed loader for a single barrel? A single shot 12 gauge? That'd be cool to review. I figured them things was old. It'd be hard to get a hold to one of them. What's up, J Dog Pimp C? One of my most favorite names I've ran across on YouTube. You got a whole box of them? Dang, they must not be that high, are they? I was starting to be afraid that nobody was going to get on. I'm sorry for being a little late, y'all. I'm about 10 minutes late. What's up, L? You the man. Thank you for watching my content. I'm glad y'all like it so much. Oh, they cost? Them things, I'd love to review one. Everybody doing good tonight? All right, I'll send it to you through the email, my mailing address. And if anybody wants to email me, my email is 1313mr.freedom at gmail. Oh wait, I messed that all up, y'all. Forgive me. It's 13mr.freedom 1776 at gmail.com. If y'all want to tell me hey or whatever you want to do, y'all just feel free to email me. And I try my best when I do one of these lives to send out everybody an email. I mean, it's a lot of people and it's just me. So sometimes it gets overwhelming, but I do my best. All right, sounds good, Ace. Golly, y'all got a drinking problem. Y'all seen that? I spilled that shit all over me. Yep, I'm finally on live. Got me working every day, so I don't really have no time here lately. Was working 12, so I got a bunch of days off, but now they got me working 8, so I'm working like 5, 6 days a week. Oh, you mean you doing good now that I'm on? Thanks, man. You the man, J Dog Pimp Daddy. See. All right, Ace. You have a good night, bud. I hope you sleep well, man. Did anybody else see that video with the shotgun where the man broke it down and there was like a little cylinder? The top part would go over this single barrel and load another round in, and when he cocks it back up, the thing moves to the side, and then he just cocked the hammer back, fired it, broke it down again, and the thing moved to the side, put another round in after the other round kicked out, and he broke it back forward. It was like some kind of like a Ace called it a speed loader that you put on there, and it made it like a repeating shotgun. Man, I like little strange little gizmos and little weird guns like that. I'm just a sucker for stuff like that. I don't know why. I like older guns better than I do modern guns. Except I like ARs. They're not really modern though. They made AR-15s like in the 50s. Might have been the 60s. They make a lot of good 32 calibers and 25. But the thing about it is, with 32s, they're just so expensive compared to other calibers that's, in my opinion, more effective. And I like to shoot a lot. I guess that's why I go to a lot of 22s because I put a lot of brass to the grass. Sometimes them little guns like that don't wind up being the most reliable. I bought several 32s that was pretty as hell or just little old weird looking guns. And I bought 25s and stuff, but the thing about it is, even and they ran like a charm, like a tank. But the ammo costs too much, and I like to get out and shoot and really get to know my gun, especially if I intend on carrying it. And most of my guns I do carry here and there. Anybody get any new guns this week? I guess I need to start doing these live streams with some topics. I'll keep planning on doing it, but I guess I've been busy here lately. Oh yeah, I like them little AK pistols. You gonna put well, you can't get one of them shoulder braces now, can you? Or how's that go? Guess I should have gave a little more notice on the live stream. Dang. I wanted an AK pistol, but now you can't get them little arm braces and stuff. I mainly wanted it to like take with me on like vacation and stuff because with a pistol, you can keep it fully loaded in a vehicle with a concealed weapons permit. But with a long gun, in this state at least, you got to keep the ammunition separate. You got to keep the firearm unloaded if it's a long gun, and you got to keep the ammunition in another compartment. Like you got to keep like the rifle in the trunk and the ammo up in the driver's spot. I like 7.6. Is yours 7.62 or 5.45? Cause I like 7.62, and I know a lot of people y'all probably won't agree with me, but I really want a high point carbine, uh, in 45 ACP because I've seen they got a parts kit where you can put in it and it will accept 1911 magazine, which would be very handy because I like to carry my 1911, especially like camping and stuff. So I would take that rifle with me. A 45 ACP out of a longer barrel would be one formidable firearm in my opinion. How much did your little PSA run? Yeah, but with a short rifle, or they call it 6.99, it done went up a little bit, ain't it? But with a short like rifle or a pistol, well, really just with any firearm, you're not going in a self defense situation. You're not going to exceed like 21 feet is what they say by law. If it's past 21 feet, in most circumstances, it's hard to prove you as self-defense, which I think is BS. But they say the average shooting happens within several feet, like I think 3 to 7 feet, and most of the time, 200 yards don't matter unless you plan on shit to hit the fan. Then you might need 200 yards. You might need that distance. Then I'm gonna have to get me another AK. I want one with the underfolding stock. I'm a sucker for them old looking AKs or wooden stock AK. You get a good AK, they built like a tank. Shouldn't have never got rid of my little Century arms. Golly, that's high online, but I've never done no online shopping. I guess good thing I ain't rich, because I would probably do a lot of online gun shopping. Because I've heard a lot of people talk about being hooked on Gun Broker and stuff. And Gun Broker, I looked at it, and it's extremely high. And it feels like that'd be a lot of trouble just to get a firearm. You got to wait on them to ship it. Then you got to go up there to wherever you send it to, and all that junk. Plus, I'm not really patient. That's half the reason I got my CWP. Is because in this state, I don't know about every state, you don't have to wait with a CWP here. You just get your gun the same day. Look like we're getting a few people on. How y'all doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. Be right back, y'all. I know ain't nobody else saying nothing tonight, it seems like. Guess it's just us talking. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing tonight, bud? I'm doing pretty good. Finally done with the work week. Hopefully gonna have a real good weekend. We get a little conversation going now, Pimp Daddy C. What's up, Dakota? Good to see you, bud. How you doing tonight, man? What kind of work I do? I work at like a cotton mill, like a textile mill. I'm just simple, normal, everyday country boy. What's up, Texas? How you been doing, man? Good to see you. I'm glad you're on the live, man. I'm glad all y'all able to join and talk with me tonight. I was a little worried it was gonna be a slow night on this live. Yeah, it ain't that interesting to work, is it, Rodney? Yeah, I thought I sent it out early enough, but I wasn't thinking because I'm not on first shift no more. So when I sent out emails and made a community post and everything else, it was like what 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, and I guess I didn't realize it was that late until I got off of work, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's 11." Man, it's good to hear from you, Dakota. Oh, you drive forklifts? I've done that before. I mean, not for like a living because I used to do like a management position at another plant I worked at. Hated the shit out of it because I don't like to be like a how would I word this? Felt like I was babysitting grown children, but I learned how to drive a forklift by myself really because there was one day all the forklift drivers left before they were supposed to, but we couldn't leave until we got everything on the truck. Nobody in the plant knew how to drive a forklift. It was Sunday, so no chance of getting anybody come back. And so I just jumped on the forklift, made a few laps back and forth, figured it out, started loading up pallets of car parts onto a truck. Just had to get the job done. I was ready to get my butt home. But I was a little afraid they was going to fire me. Came back to work the Monday, the next day, and they gave me a forklift driver's test and a forklift license the same day. Yeah, I mean, it really ain't interesting at all what I do, Rodney. I just clean out these machines. I cut them off, clean them out, and stuff like that. Just boring stuff. And then I know a bunch of other jobs that's boring that they get me to do sometimes. I guess I'm just a go-to guy. I guess it seems like you just had a drunk guy crash in your neighbor's front yard. That's crazy as hell. Do you live in a good neighborhood? Because usually stuff like that only happens in a really good neighborhood or a really bad neighborhood. Never like an in between neighborhood. I'm just curious. But that's so crazy. Somebody drunk crashed in your neighbor's yard. Did they call the law on them? Or are they trying to like get his drunk ass home and then worry about things later? Because I'd be the kind of person like not wanting this guy to fuck up his life. But my old lady a lot meaner than I am. Like not to me, but like she's a lot tougher than me. She's a sweetheart, but she's a lot tougher than me. And she'd be like, "Oh no, fuck this." But then again, she might be sweet. She might surprise you. But like I'm the type of person, unless they done some great damage, I would try my best to make sure that person wouldn't ruin his life over a small mistake. Yeah, that happens a lot. People make excuses not to show up to work. But I bet you if you do that too many times, they'll be threatening to fire you one day. That's how it always goes. My job doing weird stuff. I think they trying to phase my job out. I was doing my normal 12-hour job, busting my ass doing it in 8 hours for like the first 3 days. Like we came back, and then my boss man came up to me and told me I was working too much, and told me to do like a whole lot less work. And then the next day, I came in yesterday, and they told me to do even less work. So I was walking around today just doing bullshit work and trying to find other people that needed help and help them out. But I stayed pretty busy all day, and it wound up being pretty tiresome day, which I kind of enjoy staying busy all day. I don't like to sit around on my phone or nothing like that. I'm human. I'll stop every few hours, but I'm not one to like just stop and chill at work or nothing like that. I like to stay busy, but I don't know. Yeah, I think they started training other people to do parts of my job, saying that I'm working too much, and I think they trying to phase my job out. I didn't ask my boss. I said, y'all trying to phase out my job because like business is slow, but I ain't worried about it. Like I told him, as long as you fire me around between 3 and 4 o'clock, no later, I can go get me a job on the way home. That's the temp place right on the way home. I mean, the only thing I'll lose is benefits for a few months, and then when I got hired into a new place, I have benefits. There's never no reason to trip about anything, you know? What kind of gun did you get, Texas? Yeah, it pays the bills. It's pretty decent pay. I can't complain. Not as much as I used to make as a assistant supervisor or a supervisor back years ago, but I chose happiness over money, and it's kind of like an epiphany to me because I used to think money was happiness, but no, money ain't got nothing to do with happiness. You gotta be content with life to have happiness. If you ain't content with life, just think about people that has a lot less than you. Think of how great you are to have a roof over your head, air conditioning, heat, food in your refrigerator, and think of people that don't have that. Think of people that don't have a job and is looking for a job right now. Then, and you realize all that, and I ain't gonna get into religious stuff. I don't want to push nobody away, but you realize all that, you'll be perfectly content in life. Oh, you got your Walter. Is it blue, nickel, or black Texas? Oh, it took a tree out. Yeah, that's crazy. He took a whole tree out. How big of a tree? Like a bigger, or like a. I don't matter. But he took out a tree, and the cops chased him. It was made in Germany, so you actually got a Walter PPK. Is it a PPKS is the one that's made in Germany, or is it the regular Walter PPK that's made in Germany? You too, Gunner Murphy. What's up, Gunner Murphy? What's up? What's up, Alexi? What's up? It's Blaze, ain't it, bro? Sounds like you got a pretty good collection, Texas. Money can bind you, and a job can make you feel trapped. And when you feel trapped, you're miserable. And being miserable ain't good. So, I mean, you just always got to do what makes you happy. Oh, it's polymer? Dang. I didn't know. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you meant like one of them old school Walters. That's crazy. Did you watch the man do it? Was you like happen to be outside while it was going on? There was two 9-foot people standing in the backyard on a 911 call. That's crazy. It sounds like some alien stuff. He said, "Did you hear about the?" I'm just reading this because I think after the live you can't see these. He said, "Did you hear about the guy that called 911 and said something crashed in his yard, and there was two 9-foot people standing in the backyard on the 911 call?" Well, good thing you and your daughter safe. That's a blessing. The Lord was looking out for y'all, cause that could have ended really bad. See, that would freak my ass out. I think I'm a tough guy, y'all. I'm trying not to get scared of anything, but when it comes to like supernatural shit, I'm the biggest pansy there is. Like you whip out a Ouija board, we're not friends no more. If you pull out a Ouija board in front of me trying to summon stuff, I'm going home. I am terrified of that stuff. I mean I got the Lord, and I don't want no demons in my life. I want nothing but happiness and peace around me. I don't need nothing to cause my head to go 360, me to go crawling up the walls, my son start talking in the ancient Hebrew and stuff like that. That's not cool. I don't want that. And aliens is something I cannot explain either. That's supernatural, and I don't want to have to deal with any kind of probing in certain spots. That sounds horrible. Oh, and his comment said with big eyes describing aliens. That's crazy. I guess I need to watch the news more often, y'all. I I'm glad you asked, Texas. I've had a few weird things happen. I'm not sure if you would call it. Okay, I'll just describe one that like get puts chills on my arms thinking about it. When I was a kid, uh, I was raised by my great grandfather and great grandmother. And one night I got up, I had to take a piss. It was like in the middle of the night. And this they used to keep the door open to the dining room, and they never kept no like heat on in the winter in there or no air on in the summer, but it always stayed cold in there. And there was pictures of all dead relatives on the walls and stuff. Like it looked like a museum in there. It was real nice in there, but once it started getting dark, it made me feel like, oh, he was asking about if I had any ghost encounters in case I didn't tell you. But it would feel real creepy at night. And I was a little kid, and there was a picture of my mother. My I ain't trying to tell all my business, but my mother passed when I was a real small child, and there was a picture of her just on the wall smiling. And no matter where you was at the end of the hall where the bedrooms was, you could see her picture through one of them mirrors smiling through each one of them bedrooms. And it was kind of creepy at nighttime. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I was a kid and I was already scared of supernatural stuff. But one night I got up to go pee. That was long winded as heck. I'm sorry, y'all. But I got up to go pee. And I heard a voice come from the dining room. It get chill bump. a voice come from the dining room when I was going to go pee, said, "Hey, you, come here for a minute." And I said, and I went to the back to bed. And I actually went to my brother's bed and lay down beside my brother and went to sleep. He never said nothing about it, but that shit creeped me the hell out. And then when I was older, I was probably like 14, probably 13, 14. My grandma was talking about when they had her mother in the dining room for a viewing back, I guess back in like the 50s or 60s or something like that. And I said, y'all had dead bodies in here for viewing? And apparently it was a common practice back in the day that if you had a real big, nice home, to have family members have viewed, like viewing, body viewings in, in your house. And they would keep them there for several weeks or several days before they buried the person so people could come visit and pay their respects to the dead. I don't know what the heck was in that dining room. Still to this day, y'all, and I hate to admit it, at nighttime, that room gives me the creeps. Like I'm in the process of cleaning it out and getting the house back fixed up after somebody was there and kind of got out of shape. I ain't trying to talk bad about nobody, but that place still gives me like the front room there still gives me the creeps at nighttime. Once it starts getting nighttime and dark outside, that room is so creepy. Y'all like ghost stories? Now I have another one that was weird. Me and two of my other buddies. One of them I still know today, and I see him every now and then. We was younger. We was a little intoxicated. So you could chalk this up to being intoxicated. We was going around this curve, and my buddy was driving. Another buddy was in the passenger seat, and I was in the back seat, and another buddy was beside me. I think there was somebody else in between us. And there was a guy, like, he was almost translucent. Like, I could see through him, but I'm not sure if I could see through him because it was late at night. And he was, like, on a horse, just holding a flag. And there was two guys, like, right in front of him with a rifle. Like, or it could have been a stick, but it looked like a rifle. It looked like they was wearing long coats. And they was just standing there, like, kind of pacing back and forth and stuff. And my buddy just ran right through them. And I looked back, and it was still there. And I said, "Why'd you do that?" And three of us out of, I guess it was five of us all together, seen the thing. But the guy that was driving and the guy that was in the back seat with me, one of them, they didn't see it. And to this day, we'll talk about it. When we get together, we'll talk about seeing that. Oh, and then uh, we went back to that spot a few weeks later and found out there was I think it was either a Civil War or a Revolutionary War graveyard just over that hill. You got an RPG-7? I wish I had one. If I seen a 9 foot tall man in my yard, y'all, I'm going in the house. I'm not asking no questions. I'm not engaging nobody. I'm locking the door. And if that guy tries to get in the house, then I'm taking further measures after that. But I'm not engaging no 9 foot tall alien looking thing. And I can clearly just go in the house and worry about him if he comes in the house. But then again, being in the house and something coming after you is kind of a scary thing if it's supernatural, because when you can go through windows and everything else. That's crazy. You seen a light come out the water? That's weird as shit. It'd be nice if we could own RPGs, huh? What's up, Patrick? Ryan? What I 1212? 12 by 12? What is 12 by 12? Oh, 12 times 12, 144. You would engage it with hand to hand combat, Pimp Daddy. See you, the man. I don't care if he was nice. I'd be afraid that he was tricking me. Like, yeah, I'm nice. Just let me in the house. I don't trust nobody. Like, you just come up to my house and I don't know you. I don't trust you too well. This ain't 1950s. You can buy an RPG but not the ammo for it. You could probably buy some kind of like a smoke round or some kind of flare round for it, probably. You work in Area 51? That's what's up, Patrick Ryan. Make a RPG out of Tannerite. I think I'd rather keep all my limbs, buddy. Or or I can go to the zoo and borrow a monkey and train it to test fire my homemade Tannerite RPGs. And if like the monkey loses an arm, it's a monkey arm. So it will be all right. And then we can just not tell the truth and like tell them we don't use no animal testing. My logic's undeniable. I mean, they got plenty of monkeys. They ain't gonna miss if I take four of them. Like, I went to the local zoo one time. They had at least 33 monkeys. Like, is 33 a whole lot different from 29? Right? I don't think I'd want a monkey, though. I don't want no animal that's capable of slinging shit at me. Now, all I need is a getaway driver, um, a demolition expert, uh, a lookout. No, 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 no. We can save money if we go to the trailer park and we spend like $150 on some of this rock salt, and then we go find a guy walking down the road and give him half the rock salt now and the other half when he comes back with four monkeys. So I ain't even got nothing to do with it. The worst thing gonna happen is you just get pulled over, go to jail for that rock salt, and or The guy just smokes the half of the rocks off, never comes back with a monkey. Or he tries to like shave a squirrel and make it look like a baby monkey. That's my luck too. The monkey either run off with it or bring it to me. Oh, they should train monkeys to like jump on tanks and make them blow up. You know what I mean? Like you strap monkeys with like C4, right? And train them to like run to enemy tanks and just hop on that motherfucker and squeeze it. And the monkey go kaboom. I mean, people's gonna disagree with that, but it's war, you know? Because you can train monkeys. If you trained a monkey to fire an AK, and I hope Russia ain't listening right now, that's suicide monkeys. Suicide monkeys. That should be a movie. Operation Suicide Monkey. But you train these monkeys to like have a few magazines and a little Draco, and then they just run at them enemy and brrr, fucking Rambo on it. You just let out like 40 monkeys on the enemy, and then they just brrr, and then when they're out of ammo, they just pull out bayonets and stab people until they get to a tank, and they hug the tank, and then they hit buttons, and then boom, tank's gone. I read about them where they trained the dogs to be attracted to, I think it was diesel tanks or gasoline tanks, and the dogs would they'll detonate the bomb when the dogs got up under the tank, but it kind of, or it was a timer or something, but it worked against them because they thought the enemy had that kind of gasoline, but they had the opposite of them, and they was the only ones that had that kind of fuel. So instead, when they let them dogs out with the timer bombs, they actually ran back to their tanks and kaboomed their own tanks. I shouldn't have said suicide on YouTube. They gonna fucking take this thing down. I meant delete. There's deleting, self-deleting monkeys. Please forgive me, YouTube. I hope so too. I hope that the feds know we joking, because I'm pretty sure they definitely listening. That would be crazy. C4 to fly. C4 pigeons. Alright, y'all check this out. No. C4 bats, right? You take a bunch of bats and you just have them in a cage. And then at nighttime, you strap them with all this C4, right? And then you shake the cage like a motherfucker. And you open the cage up and all these bats come out. And they fly up into the enemy's little spots and stuff. And then kaboom, in the middle of the night, confusion. It's darkness. Nobody's going to know what's going on. Everybody trying to get some sleep. And then y'all hit them. That's how you win a battle right there, son. How we go from talking about guns to like self-deleting monkeys and flies with C4 and bats with C4. Y'all know I used to raise pigeons. I like pigeons. Pigeons are a very sweet animal. Yeah, it got ran over by a taxi. I seen that. But see, America wasted so much money. What's up, House? How you doing today, bud? I'm glad you able to make it. Now we got almost everybody but Ross, I think. Who else we missing? We missing a few of you. I've been doing good. They've been working my ass off this week. But it ain't nothing but it done passed. That's the worst part. Now I got the weekend. Project Paranoia. I've heard of something kind of similar. I thought it was a Russian experiment where they keep people from sleeping. Lush ice, and then I got a double apple. These little Oreos pretty good as long as you make sure they work. These things pretty good vapes. Need to quit vaping. I was at work. You can't at my workplace. You can't leave once you get there. Can't go out your vehicle or nothing. And I didn't have my vape. And right when I got there, my vape died. And I was walking around like a crackhead looking for one of these C-type chargers. And apparently, everybody has an iPhone. Nobody has a C-type charger. So, like, I was screwed. And then right when I was like, man, I'm about to go home. I'm nicking like a mother. I found this old lady that had a C-type charger. And I charged my vape up. Then I quit feeling like a crackhead. Yeah, let's get back to guns. What's everybody's favorite caliber for a handgun? You can't never beat 45. I love 45. What's up, Frostbear? That's a cool name. Hey, 10 millimeter. That's a good round. I've never fired one, but I want one of them. I think Rock Island has one, a 10 millimeter in 1911, and I like a 10 millimeter, even though I've never shot one. I just always heard it was really good bear defense, and I like to go camping and hiking up in national forest where there's bears at, and I feel a lot better with something that's more suitable to stop a bear. But I feel like my 45 ACP can still do the job. I'm not lacking with my 45 ACP. 40. I ain't never really cared for a 40, but I don't see nothing against it. It'll stop a man. It'll stop probably a bear if you had to. Well, either or, favorite caliber or what you trust. Out of them three, the 50 AE, the 357 mag, or the 44 mag, I like a 44, but for the price point and what the gun can do, 357 mag is my favorite, and also you can shoot 38 special out of the same gun. Look, Texas, there's no such thing as too many guns. I mean, the only people that's gonna think you got too many guns is your women and un-American people. I used to have a pretty good collection. It was always a pain for me to just take them all out and make them all fit back in the safe. Well, C-25 ACP, I think probably is a better gun for like out of a short barrel. That's what it was designed for, and it's supposed to be a little bit harder hitting. They make better hollow points for it than 22. But the reason I choose 22 over 25 ACP is I can buy a whole box of like 500 rounds for like 30 bucks. And I can buy a box of 50 rounds of stingers, which I don't feel like going to get one of the boxes. Sorry, y'all. But y'all know what stingers are for like sometimes $7, sometimes $10, depending on, I guess they fluctuate right now, but y'all know how it is. And I'm just more of a shooter. I feel like if I have a gun that can give me rapid fire rounds, uh, I feel like I'm adequately armed with a 22, a 380. I'm not a big fan of 380s. Uh, a 38 special. I've never felt underarmed with a six shot 38 special in a 1911. That's Dakota. That's what I carry in my 38 special is wad cutters for self defense. My grandpa always told me out of a short barrel, a hollow point doesn't get enough velocity to really expand like it's supposed to. So a wad cutter is more effective out of a snub nose type pistol than a hollow point. So what I do is I carry uh, wad cutters in the gun, and then my speed strip I carry I think it's a Hornady hollow point. It might be another brand, but I carry a more expensive like a hollow point for backup because the rounds are flat, you know, at the end like an empty shell casing pretty much. So it would be a lot faster or a lot slower to try to reload that under pressure than something that's shaped around so it just funnel its way into the chambers easier. And I want to make everything as easy and as quick as possible if I'm in a life-threatening scenario where I need to act fast to save my life or others. 22s are cheap enough to have fun with. You can go out and shoot all day long for 40 bucks. You can't beat that. You can shoot all weekend long for 40 bucks. You can't go wrong with that, then. 8 handguns, 12 rifles, and 5 shotguns. I used to have pretty close to that. Well, I used to have more handguns than anything, but I had pretty close to that at one time. I had to get rid of a few things when I got laid off in 2020. He said, I hate when I'm at the store and my old lady is like, that's expensive. I say my life is kind of priceless, so who cares if the gun is a grand or more? You right. I guess I'm lucky. My girlfriend's never really complained about the price of my firearms or anything like that. If I have the money, I can pay the bills. Ain't no problem. NFA items where you have to get the tax stamp. Well, first of all, I think when they first invented that tax stamp, they knew that it was too expensive for somebody to get it. I did a video where I did all the research in the 1930s when they made it where you had to spend $200 for a tax stamp. They also made a national minimum wage of 25 cents an hour, and I did the math and deducted the percentage of tax that was taken out, and it would have been, I think, 15.5 cents I came up with after tax that these folks was making an hour. I think it was like $6.20 a week, and I did the math. It would just been a little bit over 8 months to come up with $200 for a normal person if they didn't spend money on anything else. That would have took 1,291 work hours. It would actually have been like 1,290 work hours in like 21 minutes precisely to come up with $200 to pay this tax stamp back when they first made this law. So they actually had an unjust tax, and it was created to keep people, the normal folks like me and you, from purchasing a firearm like that. But if you want to get you an NFA item, get you an NFA item. Anybody I've known that's got one, they say the cops never have messed with them. The ATF never messed with them. I'm just gonna stay away from them. I tend to run my mouth about the ATF and everybody else, and that might not turn out well for me, you know. That's exactly how the ATF is. You can't have them. I made a little video about it. You can't have that. That's dangerous. We can't trust civilians with this out on the street. Now, like, is there a way to get one? It's like, of course, there's a way to get one. Give me $200. It's all about money. That's why they want to make all our AR-15s actual assault weapons by law, so they can make us all get tax stamps for it. What you think is out there? Probably 5 million AR-15s, maybe more than that. What's 5 million times 200? That's at least $1 billion. You can't go wrong with vanilla. Now, I ain't tried no clip-on thermal. How much is it? There's 100 million AR-15s. 100 million times 200 would be like, y'all let me do the math real quick. Man, hold on. I'm drawing a blank. 100 million. One. Be like, what? Be 20 billion, I think. Somebody, can y'all check my math? 100 million times 200. That'd be 20 billion, I believe. That's a lot of money. That'll help out some of that little credit and debt issues, huh? That would be awesome. If they'll let you put ammo on layaway. You must be wanting some really expensive ammo right now. I need to do a little layaway on like a Colt Python or something expensive. That's exactly what they'd spend the money on. Not us. Back here in America, not none of us homeless. Now, y'all, I think we should get rid of California. We should just kick their ass up out the union. And anybody want to come to America, they got like 90 days. We'll just take them on in. But like, all them people that want to live that un-American way, they need to stay over there. We need to do like a deep background check on, make sure they real Americans. We just need to kick Cali right up out this union. Because if you have an affected finger and you don't cut that sucker off and it's bad infected, it's going to affect your hand, then your arm, then your elbow, then your other arm. It's going to go to your heart, it's going to kill the whole body. And that's what's happening with Cali. It's spreading, spreading, spreading. We just need to cut that motherfucker right off and kick Cali out the union. Let California be its own country. I like them FALs. They one slick ass looking rifle. I'll probably go with the 4-inch Colt Python because I could carry it on me then. I'd be like a fat Rick Grimes, y'all. I'd be like, ooh. And you know it's a Colt Python, so if you're battling zombies, you can take out like a whole horde of like 200 zombies and you never have to reload. Because I've seen Rick Grimes do it all the time. I believe there's still some good people in California though. Nah, you really gotta reload the Python. But you got infinite. I have a YouTube clip I did a long time ago where I was sitting there talking about this my 1911 acting like I was showing how to reload the gun or how showing the gun and I'm gonna unload it first, took the magazine out, cocked the round out the chamber, and I was sitting there talking about the gun. I was like, I better double check it, and I cocked it again and the round came out the chamber, showed the bottom was empty, and I kept cocking it and the round come out of the chamber. I was talking about, man, it's like I unlocked some kind of cheat code, like I hit up, down, left, right. But it was more funny on the video, though, y'all. I'm glad you like your Glock. You know, there was a holster company wanting to pay me to do a video, like, just, I guess, to do videos with their holster, but they mainly did Glock, so, and I didn't have no Glock, so I guess I had to pass that one up. I like SIG. Don't they still make some SIGs with, like a steel frame or a metal frame? That'd been cool if they bought me a gun. When that, what's up, Ross? Is it 2 a.m.? Oh, damn, it's almost 2 a.m. I'm gonna give about another 20 minutes since you came home, bro. I didn't know they made aftermarket aluminum frames for Glocks. Wouldn't it be considered another firearm since it's the frame? Yeah, I'm live at 2 a.m., man. I didn't know it was that late. But would it count as a firearm if you bought the frame? Now, you didn't miss everything. I'm going to be on here another 20 minutes or so. How much was y'all saying that PSA dagger is? I was thinking about getting one to see what it was doing, maybe make a video with it. Been working a lot, Ross. Oh, man, don't feel bad. Life happens, bro. I've shot a few SIGs. SIGs got really good triggers. Who, me? I got up, I think it was 8:30 this morning. Did my morning walk. Went to town, did a little shopping, came home, ate lunch, went swimming, and then I went to work. I really don't sleep much. I sleep about 5, 6 hours. I'm good to go. Every now and then I burn out. I sleep about 8. But then when I sleep 8 hours, I feel like shit because I'm used to sleeping so little, you know? Yeah, time does fly when you're chilling with the boys, talk about 9-foot aliens. You know, I should record that little spot and make that a YouTube short. Time flies when you're chilling with the boys, talking about 9-foot aliens. You gotta watch it, see what's going on there. Happy birthday, Ross. You finally turned 21, didn't you? That ain't a bad deal, 350. I wonder if they got any kind of mock suppressor. I just like going out and playing. That sounds pretty cool. The 10 millimeter 1911. Is the double stack kind of thick like them Glock handles? Because I don't really like a thick handle on a pistol. Yeah, I don't own a SIG either. I mainly just stick to like 1911s, revolvers, and my little pocket semi-autos. Flat triggers are nice. I was thinking about getting one for my Colt, and I'm also thinking about getting what's it called? Probably a binary trigger for my Smith and Wesson, my little AR-22. Oh, them Kunan 1911s. I'd love to have one. I'd make that my new EDC because not many people have one of those. Those things was made either. I'm pretty sure it was the 70s, but it could have been the 80s. But those things are nice. They had that nice wood handle, with like that stainless nickel finish to it. That's just a work of art, man. You can't, man. One day maybe I'll have the money to afford something like that. Also, if you have to put the parts in it, then it's not like you kind of build it. Or you talking about like a 80% lower? Oh, you turned 20, so you got one more year to go. Oh, you just said that one more year, man. Dang. 365 more days, but happy birthday, man. You only 21 time. Don't rush it away. I should do a skit about aliens in my backyard. Hopefully somebody would like comment and remind me about that, because I'm gonna totally forget about that. Because there's been several times I'm talking to y'all, and I'm like, I'll remember that to make a skit out of it, and then I forget. Only a $20 tax stamp? I didn't know that. 2 weeks is crazy. I think the same thing about Binary 22. That'd be cool as heck. Just go out and play with. Well, I'm glad I have such a loyal. I don't consider y'all friends, man. I consider y'all viewers, people I just chilling with. Like, I don't know. I'm just still not used to everybody just watching my videos and stuff. I mean, it's crazy to think so many people like my videos, but it's a good thing. Lord's blessed me. I'm glad y'all like it. I'm glad we all kind of like minded. Y'all like Polymer a little bit more than me, but I ain't gonna hold it against y'all. I still love y'all, you know? You got your code M4 too? See, I don't want to put no binary in my code though, because that's expensive. And I'm gonna want to like go binary all the time and just like mag dump the shit out of some ammo if I had it. And I feel like a semi-automatic keeps me honest with the expensive ammo, so I don't just go out buck wild with it. Yeah, that is crazy, man. Thank y'all all for taking time out today and come chill with me for a little bit. Sorry it's so late. I got off work at 11, and by the time I made it home, took a shower and everything, ate. Well, I ain't even ate. So by the time I took a shower and everything, it was late. Yeah, we got Frostbear here. We got new people popping up all the time, man. We growing over here, ain't we? All right, Dakota. See you in just a second, bud. Your memory's bad because all the 10 you smoked as a teenager. Well, I hope you was just making a homemade like pot pipe, not no meth pipe. Man, I'm glad you really like my content. I'm glad all y'all watch me. It's crazy that all y'all just watching my content all the time. It just keep growing. I was sitting there. It was like last week. My returning viewers on my analytics was like 2,200 people returning and watching multiple videos every month. And then the other day, after I started doing these live streams, it went up to, at the highest point, it was like 5,500. That's a lot of people watching multiple videos of mine every month. And I feel like that's a blessing, you know? Man, you ain't old at 43. You walking good. I'm sure you're capable of running. You out having fun with your guns. You have a good life. Man, you ain't old. You old when you clickety clacking with a walker. My grandfather, I never seen him as an old man. My grandfather lived to be 90 years old. And when he died, he had a six pack. This mug was an exercise junkie. He would exercise like 5 hours a day. I remember my grandpa, he'd get up at like 5:30 in the morning. He'd sit there and eat breakfast. Then he would go running around the city limits of town twice. Then he would come back home. He'd get dressed. He was an armed security guard. So he'd get dressed. He'd put on his uniform, his firearm, and everything. And he would go off and go to work. He'd get back off of work. And he'd sit there and he'd eat supper with us. And then he would ride his little exercise bike for about 2 hours, 3 hours. And then he'd take another shower, and then he'd go to bed, and he'd wake up and do it every day except for Saturday and Sunday. And he was usually doing yard work on Saturday. If it wasn't, we was out fishing Friday and Saturday. My grandpa, I loved him to death. My grandpa was the man. But you ain't never old. Being old's in your mind. Being old when you give up and you don't want to do nothing. You know? 43 is the new 30. Shit, I'm 31. Some days I do feel old, y'all. Remember what I said? Only Bud Light boys use polymer guns. That's funny as hell. Sorry, polymer guys, but that's funny as hell, man. You right, the good Lord does bless. You don't drink either, Ross? Oh shit, I hit the light, y'all. Hold on. You don't drink either, Ross? I don't either, man. But I ain't against y'all if y'all want to drink. We all free adults out here. Hey, I like AKs. I'm a Kalashnikov man myself too. Like if I had to like take a firearm out, I don't know, AK a little bit more heavy than an AK, but AR. But if I had to take a firearm out for like some shit hit the fan and take down some people, I'd go with the 7.62 or 5.56 any day. But I enjoy the way an AR-15 is set up. It's super easy and it's very accurate rifle. I never claimed you did, but he said it was a homemade pot pipe. Never I touch anything else. Hey, we all had them days, but we all had them days, man. I ain't never did no hard drug like no meth or nothing you got to smoke on 10 fool. Hey, I ain't never done it, but I've seen some people smoke some meth on 10 fool. I hate to say it, but I've been around some sketchy folks when I wasn't living my life right. Some people are living down bad out here in this world. Hey, that's one way to quit, Ross. That is crazy. You can make one for 20 or buy it for 200. But you always save money when you do anything yourself. Yeah, I say you old when you click it clanking. You just gotta do them little morning walks, man. It'll wake up them organs, get your blood flowing. Well, she ain't too far behind my son. My son 15. I kinda started young. Congratulations on her graduating. That's a blessing. She is actually getting her education and getting it done. I have a different perspective on age. I guess it's my grandpa, he was 90 years old and he can do more things and work harder, exercise longer, and just never quit. When I seen people a fourth of his age couldn't do half of what he wanted to, what he could do. One time I was a little kid and I seen my uncle and his buddy trying to load my grandpa's lawnmower on the truck. My grandpa was watching them and talking junk to him like, y'all can't get that lawnmower up on the back there. You know, grandpa letting them borrow it to cut some grass. And he's sitting there talking junk to him. My grandpa, he used to be in the military and he did a lot of basic training and stuff. And I guess he was just really good at talking junk to people. And after a while, my uncle kind of, I guess he'd get a little aggravated, but he was always respectful. You'd be respectful. My grandpa, he said you right, you know. And he was like, how about you show us how it's done if you could get it done? Because my grandpa kept saying he could get a lawnmower up there by itself, no problem. Why couldn't they get it? So my grandpa, he walked around, grabbed this riding lawnmower, and put the front half on the back of the truck, lifted up the back half, scooted it in, closed the tailgate. And he said, that's how it's done. Next time, y'all should be able to do it yourself. And they just sit there and look shocked like they seen a ghost. They didn't expect my grandpa to be able to do that. Don't drink either. Then I fall on the light switch. It's my elbow. I keep hitting it with my elbow because I guess I'm very animated when I talk. Well, happy birthday. Well, it'd be happy pre-birthday, Frost. And to your friend, happy birthday as of midnight. I'm glad you spending part of your birthday with me, man. Yeah, I know they make the ARs in 7.6 too. There is a lot of that down bad going on in Anderson. Anderson's going downhill. I'm gonna start shopping at Target. Well, no, Target been into some kind of woke shit here lately, ain't they? But you never hear about nobody getting stabbed at Target. That's crazy. Your son's a year behind mine. Nah, I don't do no. Well, I did start one a while back for like to try to do some videos on, but it didn't work out. But I don't have no other social medias other than TikTok. I got a TikTok I'm doing stuff on. It's just I'm such a busy man, and the more I try to do, it seems like the less I have time to do the videos and stuff like my comedy and the lives and stuff. So I'm just trying to keep it simple. It's a lot for me to keep up with sometimes with doing multiple like video apps and stuff like that. But I do have an email Ross, 13 Mr. 13 Mr. freedom 1776 @gmail.com. And I'll say it again. Any of y'all want to email me, let me know, or not let me know, just go ahead and email me. My email is 13mr.freedom 1776 @gmail.com. Meth people scare the shit out of me, Rodney. Like, I go to this Walmart near where I live. Well, it's kind of near where I live. And this guy, one time, I'm going out, my truck's that way, so I gotta go that way. And this guy, like, and he's like whispering to himself, like that and shit, you know? And I'm going out to Walmart, and this mother's like looking at me, like making dead eye contact, like looking at me, like, and he's just walking like this, and his eyes like this, and I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And I just got my gun, had it in my hand, in my pocket. No, I think it was in my jacket because it was wintertime. And the guy, he was just going by and just nodded his head at me and just kept walking. I thought this guy was like trying to like kill me and shit. The way he was just looking like. And then there's been times I've been at a gas station and stuff working third, going to work or coming back, and them mothers would be up in the window looking like them dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, like and stuff looking through the window. I guess they either trying to steal or rob, but I'll be locking the doors. You ain't coming in my door. That's crazy. The Target, like in Anderson, got looted multiple times during the pandemic. I should do a romance skit with my coat. That's a good idea. I'm gonna read this. I keep forgetting to do it. Funny story about tweakers from Ross. My wife used to work morning Subway. One morning when I brought her to work, 8 a.m., mind you, there was a lady with no shirt on, screaming at the top of her lungs to the sky and being very animated with her hands. Not specifically Anderson Target, just the company. Oh, that's crazy. I have seen, like, we was going to Little Caesars before when I used to eat a lot of fast food. And there was this lady, she was clearly, excuse me, YouTube, y'all want to take the shit out of this. And clearly, like, tweaking out. And she was sitting there just showing her titties to everybody in this long line at Little Caesars and taking her pants off and stuff like that. She started walking up to the car looking at me and stuff. And my woman, she don't put up with no junk like that. And this woman come up stripping and stuff. My woman's like, you better go to hell on. And my lady don't cuss. And that lady just kept walking. Her little ass is mean. She don't put up with nothing from nobody. That's how them tweakers do. I should do that. Do a video where I'm in bed with my firearm, like, it's not what it looks like. Make it sound all wrong and shit. Be like, oh girl, you so dark and shiny and stuff. And then like make it look like she knocking on the door, like, and be like, who is it? It's not what it looks like. The Cole gets pregnant, pops out the baby Beretta. Who was a Marine? Say Texas. Man, it's crazy when the meth head go wild and shit. I'd hate to be a local cop around here during meth hour. Which meth hour could be any hour because they never sleep. The top cop. I was trying to go back to see if I was missing something. I might be missing something here, Texas. I don't see the. I see about the your niece graduating, and your son's a year behind mine at 14. And if I had a Facebook, I must be missing it, Texas. Might be having a blind moment, but. Or no, I'm just cleaning the AR up under the sheets. Like, what are you doing under there? Just cleaning my AR. Yeah, I heard about that they was gonna do cops in Anderson. You're on an episode. You wasn't in no trouble though, was you? I was also on this local episode of Cops, y'all. I was a fat man in a diaper. They caught with 5 crack rocks, and I tried to blame it on the mayor and say the aliens was out to get me, and that they planted little microphones in rocks and stuff, and then they took me to jail. Not really, I was just kidding. Yeah, let me know why you got on a TV show on Cop. I ain't going that far to go. It's always a good story when the meth head gets hurt. That's mean. Somebody gonna take that super wrong, ain't they? Well, y'all, it's like 2:20 in the morning. My phone about dead. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm glad all y'all came on here. It was a buttload of y'all tonight. And I appreciate all y'all for coming on. I'm glad y'all watch my videos. I really do appreciate all y'all support. And I'm glad y'all having a good night. I'm glad y'all spent like almost 2 hours with me tonight. And like y'all just the best, man. I'm gonna read a few more of these comments. You actually got a video of it on cops? That's pretty badass. Love you too, buddy. Thank all y'all for watching me. I know 2 hours is a long time to take out. I know the comments never end. I gotta stop so I can get to bed. Got things to do in the morning, so I'm gonna holler at all y'all. Hopefully, I'll see all y'all at 12:30 tomorrow. 12:30 a.m. same time. Uh, y'all have a good night. From here in South Carolina to wherever y'all are in this world, I wish all y'all the best. Peace.